seated. Welcome back to, just a minute, the dog wants on stage. Drew, you want on the stage here? Come on out. Come on out, Drew. Come on out. I want you to remember this night, this Sunday evening, when we have met together, 10,000 of us, the Gratu Army, to congregate here in Santa Monica, California, here at beautiful Lake Pierre, POP, Pacific Ocean Park, pay one price. This beautiful pier, roller coasters. We've got the beautiful Aragon Ballroom, the historic ballroom where Lawrence Welk used to play. Attached to that is the new West Coast Hotel Orloff. We now have 3 locations in the United States, the continental United States. And I want you to remember, this Saturday, this 0900 hours, when we have met here in Happy's Pub, attached to the Aragon Ballroom, and there's also a tiki room, and the beautiful Hotel Orloff, the historic Hotel Orloff, built in 1362 by the ancient Native Americans. We bring ourselves here together to remember that everything that we've ever loved has been destroyed. Movies, fast food restaurants, comic books, music, don't forget music, right here on this stage, here in Happy's Pub, on Lake Pierre, Santa Monica, California. The Standells once performed here. Paul Revere and the Raiders, Sam the Sham and the Pharaohs, Dick Dale in his Deltones. Oh, there were so many greats. Hazel Adkins performed right here. And in later years, wonderful bands like the Cramps, the Dickies. What are you doing over there, Drew? But all that is gone. There's still a few great things today, I have to tell you, but most of them are throwbacks to the past. So here we have formed a wonderful television network, the Gratu Orloff Inspirational Network. We have 47 affiliates throughout the United States and Japan. We are brought to you with the most modern of cameras. Some of you scoff. I see you scoff at the camera work in the live streams of Gratu Orloff. Well, we're going to be fixing that soon. And those of you that laugh at the cameras out of focus about dogs coming out on stage when we're trying to give a very important speech, you laugh, you mock Gratu Orloff. Oh, yes, you do. You know you do. It's funny when that phone falls over and the screen cracks during a... You think that's funny, don't you? You think that's funny. Well, what you don't realize is it's all part of the plan. You think it's funny now. But soon, the Gratu Orloff Army will arise and take over. We'll start our own comic books. We'll make our own movies. We already have our own television network. We have our own whack pack, as it were, with great new people like Dr. Fives and the Centaur, and we've got Nick and Sydney from Dallas, Texas. We've got all kinds of cool people, and there's other people coming in the works. All of you anonymous, voiceless little people out there, you must arise and become big people and come on the live streams with us. No longer will you remain voiceless and the silent generation. You're going to come forth and saying we're not going to take this anymore. All of this entertainment we've loved as children has just been destroyed. We're not going to take it anymore. And this wonderful Sunday night, I've got some comic books to file upstairs, so I meant to give this speech this morning, but there was a little bit of snafu, that situation normal, all fucked up, everything's going wrong. I was due giving a fantastic speech, and there was no sound, and you laughed. Yes, I know you laughed. I see you through this internet's a two-way window, man. I see you laughing. You mock, you ridicule, but soon no one will mock and ridicule. The cry to Orloff army are going to change culture. We're going to make things better. We're going to make America great again. And we're going to be bringing Donald Trump on as a special guest in 3 weeks. So be staying tuned for that. Right, Drew? Drew the dog can't wait to beat Donald Trump. But I could get the dog out of this. Drew, we're gonna go upstairs now. Let's take a leave of our citizens here, man. Anyway, we'll be giving more speeches from this stage, this historic stage where all these great rock and roll bands performed. Right, Drew? The Hondells performed right here. I'll be right. I'm gonna be down and get that camera. Hold on a minute. Yes, ladies and gentlemen. How are you guys doing, ladies and gentlemen? Let's see, man. Okay, well, let's shut down the lights, man. Oh, let me give you what we've done here. We've got the wonderful, see, look we got here, man. We got bicentennial flag, got a Trump flag, American flag, God, guns, and Trump. We got our Batman flag to represent the greatest hero in the history of humanity. We got my dad's Foot Locker here. And Drew, let's head on out, man. It's time for us to, it's supposed to storm tonight, man. Hey, Drew, let's go, man. We don't have time for this shit. Come on, man. Literally, we don't have time for this shit. Okay, no pun intended. Okay, man. So, you ever had Beatnik Sour? It's our new sponsor here. Okay, what am I doing? Look at this roller coaster. This is back when America was great. What you running around doing, Drew? Drusilla the dog, man. Today's Mother's Day. This is my beautiful mother here. Passed away in 2001. There's another picture of my mother. It's not the moon behind her, it's a cowgirl hat. And yet another picture. of my mother. And this is not a picture of my mother, it's a picture of the Tiger Woman, but she's probably somebody's mother, or was. This is a picture of my wife back a few years ago when I first met her, perusing some comic books. This is my dad here, man. Here's up here's a picture of my. Can you see that, man? Can you see that? It's a picture of my dad jumping out of an airplane. Something I never did, but boy, I wish I could jump out of an airplane. I would just love to land right and splatter everywhere and break someone's windshield. Speaking of that, I gotta get my windshield replaced, but that's okay. Hey, look at this, man. Look at these two. I don't know who they were. Actually, their names are on the back of the picture. But in all seriousness, oh shit. Ladies and gentlemen, I found this picture in Fort Worth at an antique store. And this picture is well over 100 years old. But I just thought it was a beautiful picture. These two girls, and it's for sale in an antique store for like $30. And actually, it was an old home supply store where they sell old doors and clawfoot bathtubs, stuff they've. Look at Alan the cat. How about that? Yeah, it was for sale, and I thought, well, I'll adopt those two girls. I could pull the frame down and tell you who they were. Maybe I should do that. We were talking about these books the other day. Let me pull them out and show you. This is what Night Tiger's always talking about, this book here. The Photojournal Guide to Comic Books. It has all the pictures of Golden Age comics covers in it. And there's 2 volumes. It was from, I guess it was from the 1980s. I bought it when it came out and thought it was amazing. I never thought I could ever get any of those books, but Night Tiger's proven that you can get those books. Let me comb my hair real quick. What is up, Drew the dog? I think Drew the dog is hungry for her dinner. All right. Where's the can? Oh, over here. How about that? How about that? Oh, I have found the tripod. In fact, this heroic dog here, Drew, found the tripod for me. She got sick of my camera work over the last several live streams where I've been complaining that I couldn't find my tripod. It was exactly where I thought it was. I thought it was up in the master bedroom in the attic, but Drew pointed her snout toward it and said, "Here, it's under the bed." And it was remarkable. It was indeed there. All right. So I spent the afternoon watching How to Marry a Millionaire on television, and yeah, I thought, all I've been doing is live streams lately, so live streams look horrible, but I'm gonna see about getting my laptop wired to the internet where I'm not using Wi-Fi, so that I don't have all these problems. Because I think I'm starting to become the butt of jokes. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine that? There are those who believe that Gratu Orloff is insane. There are those who believe that life here began out there, far across the universe, with tribes of humans who may have been the forefathers of the Orloffs, or the Interiors, or the... Drew? Where's Drew? Drew vanished. Oh my gosh. There's a lot of paranormal activity that's been happening here lately. Actually, there's not anything. Because all the ghosts that would haunt and throw things, you know why poltergeists do that stuff? Is you're playing shitty music and you're watching crummy television shows and you're irritating them. And that's the only way they can communicate with you. But if you play music like this, the ghosts are perfectly happy with it. And you play Harry James and music from the 20s, you will find that the ghost will appreciate it, ladies and gentlemen. So let's head on upstairs and see what awaits for us up there. And I need to move the car in the garage, even though it really can't be destroyed any more than it already is by the hailstorms and tornadoes that came through. But I don't want to get it even more messed up by a possible storm coming in tonight. Right now, I was telling people earlier today, it looks like the Bonnie and Clyde car after the... It really does, man. So... Okay. Oh, my wife's calling. Let me go tell her. Okay, let me sit this down. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. So if you guys tried Dr. Pepper at 10, 2, and 6, it's 6 o'clock, so it's time to drink my third Dr. Pepper of the day. If you drink Dr. Pepper at 10, 2, and 6, it will cure you of any maladies that you might have. You know, Dr. Pepper's today's light and lively taste. Take it from me, Gratu Orloff, Dick Clark, Donna Lauren, Richard Speck. Dr. Pepper is what's happening, man. It's the quicker pepper-upper, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, we've got some Gold Key comics that have been orphaned out of their box, and I need to get them Gold Key and Dell, which is pretty much the same thing. I mean, Gold Key split away from Dell, and I mean, Dell hired people to make comics, and then they said, well, we can make our comics without those people. Gold Key split away. It's a complicated story. You can research it on your own. No, shoot. I got to move all these boxes to get down to the box to put these in. Okay. All right. Oh, boy. But you know what would be worse if these were long boxes? Do not use long boxes. I know there's no young people that watch this show. No one under the age of 45 watches this show according to YouTube. But if some young person happens to watch this, do not buy long boxes, because eventually, if God's willing, you will reach the age of 59 and you will not like to move long boxes, because you'll wind up in the chiropractor's office. Okay. Okay. Oh, this is interesting. This is a childhood copy of The Three Stooges. This is a beloved comic book, even though it's The Three Stooges as of the late 60s, you know, and nobody liked this guy. But it's still the original Moe and Larry. And this was a Whitman. I got it when I was probably 4 or 5 years old. It's one of my original comics. This is the copy. And then at Duncanville Books, I think this is Duncanville, yeah. Duncanville, I got an upgrade. It says on that there's a stain, but it looks, you know, this was never handled by a 4-year-old like me, so it's in much better condition. Okay. But in front of the Three Stooges, I need to put this beautiful Terry Toons comic where they're building a snowman, but it's a deputy dog snowman, which is fantastic. Here's a TV show that's been forgotten. It's kind of it's a really cool show. T.H.E. Cat. Robert Loggia. You know, he was a character actor that you've seen him in tons of movies. And then I have 13 going on 18. And I have 2 copies of 3D Rudy Kazooie. So if I have 2 copies of it, that means that it's not rare. It's not a sought after comic, but you know, it should be. But they must have printed a ton of them. Anyway, put on your 3D glasses. The question people will ask is, does it have the 3D glasses? No, but you can. The 3D glasses are everywhere. You know, I've got them everywhere in the house. You know. I don't think either one of these had the original glasses in them. I mean, come on, kids, take the glasses out. I mean, you spend 25 cents, which was a lot of money on a comic in the 50s, and you can't read it. You have to take the glasses out. Who would say, I'm just going to keep the glasses intact because this might be a collector's item in the year 2024? Yeah. No, okay, so that's that. Oh, here's another thing. Oh, this is a problem. I was talking about this earlier. Dr. Fibes has a great idea. Okay, let me see here. This is Yes, okay, good. He puts a blue mark. See, this is a comic that's also very important to me. Wacky Witch #1. I got this when it came out as a little kid when we were living in Germany. How do I know it's my original copy? Because I have a little #1 there. Because Gold Key doesn't put the numbers on the cover. They're in, you have to look at the indicia down here, you know, inside the first page. But Gold Key does tell you, except you can't read it because it's black ink on purple, but it does tell you the month and year if you look at the front, but it doesn't tell you the number. Anyway, I guess you can figure it's the first issue because it says brand new, but not necessarily. Anyway, Wacky Witch is Gold Key's attempt to do. It's kind of like combining Hot Stuff, Wendy the Witch, and Casper into some weird, demented character. But what my point is, over the years, every time I've seen it, I've bought another copy of it because it's just so important to me. And that's a total of 3 times in my life I've seen Wacky Witch for sale somewhere, including the original time. And so, but what my point is, Dr. Phibes, he puts a blue dot right here on the back of the board to show it's his original childhood copy because he might upgrade it. But, you know, it's still important. Which is the one you actually touched as a 4-year-old or a 5-year-old? Which is the one you've kept all these years through whatever ups and downs, crises you've had in your life? Somehow you kept these books. And so it's something that's important to you. But once you're gone, it won't matter anymore. But, you know, it's important to me and to some of you out there. I know that. Some of you think that's insane. But, anyway, Wacky Witch. Wacky Witch continued in publication through the mid-70s. Okay, so that's one thing that's been done. I thought my wife was falling back to sleep, and then she woke up, so now I don't like making her a YouTube widow, you know. I've been doing too many live streams lately. It's just a lot of fun to do the live streams, but it's not as much fun when you look at them and realize the bad quality of the video, you know. And it's this box is where I keep some of my older books. You know, like Blazing West. This is more like Golden Age stuff that, you know, just really cool stuff. But it's not. And this box seems to let you slide in wider bags and boards, because these Golden Age comics were slightly wider and sometimes they don't fit in these modern boxes. Okay. What else do I have to file? Okay. This box of Classics Illustrated and Dennis the Menace. I was putting some books in there the other day. Now I'm sliding it back where it belongs. I've got some Bronze Age and more recent books in this long box. This long box here that have to be filed over here into these boxes. And so whenever I happen to get to one of those boxes, I'll go into this box, and I've got it, I think, alphabetized. Actually, no, I don't, because some books I just found in that Gold Key box. Okay. Like this issue of Swamp Thing. I don't know where this came from, but it needs to be put with the other Swamp Things. So. Here's a supervillain team up that Charlton 66 sent me.
Charlton 66, the last video, the live stream I did this morning that went for a ridiculous number of hours. About the 2 hours in, I start going through Tales of Suspense and Strange Tales and finding which ones I don't have. If you want me to send you a list on Instagram, I'll be glad to do that. Swamp Thing. And these books, I don't think Marvel does these anymore, but for a while they were putting out this comic called True Believers. And it would reprint issues. It was a really great thing for kids because they sold them for $1. And it reprinted old comics that were important issues, you know. Some people call them key issues. I call them important issues. This one reprints X-Men number 48. They have the cover reprinted on the inside. So these are a lot of fun, and they were really cheap. And this one is the other Hulks, and this shows monsters that Marvel put in their in the 50s when all the giant monster movies were coming out in the theaters. Marvel did the same thing in their comics and had giant monster comics. And there were a couple of characters they called the Hulk, but they weren't superheroes. And then the Incredible Hulk came along in the early 60s, one of the first of the Marvel heroes. And he was like a combination of Jekyll and Hyde and Frankenstein. But see, this is pre-Hulks. So, and then I've got some issues of the Black Cat. This is a recent comic. Well, when probably 1990s. Yeah, 1994. So anyway, this would go under B. See, this is All-Star Comics 58. Jambo Comics sent this to me. I had this comic since I was a kid, and it's, yeah, I'm pretty sure it was pilfered by, I'm pretty sure, because it just, in my collection, things don't just get misplaced that badly for that long a period of time. It disappeared when I was in Texas. And anyway, this is a reader copy that's perfectly acceptable and great, and I really appreciate it that I'm going to have until, and I will continue to cherish this. Eventually I'll upgrade, but it's great to have this back in the collection. Here's some more of these, is that? Okay, Black Cat. Okay, here's number 4, number 3. There seem to be backwards here. Oh wait, that's Amazing Adventures. Amazing. Okay, wait. I've got some other Black Cats. So I definitely need to get the B box out. I've got this more modern Black Cat comic, and some of these I just bought because I thought the cover was really good. This is in a $2 bin. That's a pretty good cover, but I'm sure it's a lousy comic. Here's number 2. Had for Mortal Kombat the movie on the back, and number 1. This looks okay for a 1990s comic book. It doesn't offend me like many of the 1990s comics do. I will let that comic book live. Okay, so that box would be way down at the bottom here because, yeah, that's Batman to Booster Gold. But I have, oh wait, I'm gonna get this first box and get that All-Star Comics in there. But I've got this big pile of stuff on top of the. This is what happens, to me at least, is I wind up with a big pile of stuff on top of the box, and then I can't get into the box.
Travel beyond our time and solar system, into new galaxies, into worlds beyond your dreams. Star Trek, every week, in color, on the NBC television.
This is a reproduction box for this remote-controlled, battery-operated Frankenstein. I have the original Frankenstein, I just didn't have the box, so this is a fake box that someone made. It's not very convincing. It's color copies on there glued onto a box, but it's all right. Okay. Okay, all right. Okay, so we're going to slide this All-Star Comics in. Just a second. Yeah, I don't like to hear negative comments about Stan Lee or Roy Thomas. I know that it's really cool to do that now, and but these are people that made my childhood fun. And you could try to convince me that my childhood reading those comics wasn't fun and that it shouldn't have been fun because these people were bad, but what's the point of that? Okay. So, here's a Millennium reproduction of All-Star Comics number 8. Here's my childhood copy of number 59, but magically my copy of 58, which would have been in this exact same condition, is just magically gone. This is the box that would have been on top, so someone going through my top box would have seen this and realized, oh, it's the first appearance of her, and they snagged it. And then I hear on the internet that comic's going up in value. It's like, oh man, I don't know. Drives a man to drink Dr. Pepper, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, so that's that. Let's get to the next box. Again, I have limited memory on this phone. I may be upgrading my phone soon, where I can do long shows in perfect high definition quality, but we'll see how that goes. Okay, so, oh boy, no, I shouldn't do that. The Centaur messed his back up today, and we don't want two members of the Gratu army down for the count at the same time in these dire times. So this next box is All-Star to Avengers. Now, if you keep writing, you have to write over writing. That's why you should, I don't know. There's better ways. I've seen people put Post-it notes on the front of the dogs moving boxes. Some people put Post-it notes. I've seen Metarog do that because you know you're going to be changing what's in the box. Anyway. Some of these boxes I've had since the 80s, man. The older boxes seem to be more durable. You know what? I haven't seen comic book what is it, Comic Book Palace? I haven't seen that show in a while. For sometimes shows that you watch all the time, just you forget about them because YouTube stops giving you recommendations for new episodes, and then you just forget it exists. And it just made me think about it, thinking about all the old boxes in his store. Yeah, I gotta see if I can find that. Okay, so. Drew, you're making me nervous. Okay, All-Star Squadron goes here. I have an amazing, really beat up Amazing Adventures, War of the Worlds to file. I think I might already have that issue. Let's see. Amazing Adventures, that's 25. This was a comic I enjoyed as a little kid. Number 18 was the first Killraven War of the Worlds. It was like taking H.G. Wells and mixing it with Conan. Here's 19. I wonder if I have the complete run. I thought I did. Here's 19. His outfit is a little bit like it's a little, I don't know, a little bit like what Sean Connery had in Zardoz 20. I don't know, it's okay, it's cool, it's just a little bit. I've got a bunch of copies of some of these issues. There's 20 again. And another 20. Here's 21. Yeah, these are great, aren't they? Marvel's never going to make a movie out of this. This is the first one that I bought off the rack. Yeah, this dog keeps coming after my Dr. Pepper. You know, good times begin with Dr. Pepper. Even dogs like Dr. Pepper. You know, Dr. Pepper's hot, good, hot, or cold. You know, the 22. This is my childhood copy. How about that? How about that? How about that one? 22. 22. 22 is a magic number. Yes, it is. Here's 23. Here's 24. This dog is going mad, man. I may have to go feed him some more food. Here's 24 that went through a fire, somebody's fire. Oh, you know what? I don't have a 25. Here's 26. So this terrible rag of a comic might actually complete my set, but I sure do want to upgrade that. Dog, you're going crazy with your snout, man. 26. Here's 27. I just want to see if I have a complete set. Then I'll feed her. I'm not trying to torture this poor dog. Here's another 27. Boy. Doggy. Let me look at my War of the Worlds Killraven comics. 28. This critter does not like Killraven. 29. Yee doggies. Here's 30. Oh, I'm missing 31. If anyone's got an extra 31 out there, I would gladly give you 14 cents for it. Here's 33. Ooh, I have 2 issues of 33. It might be 31 is the only one that I need. Ooh, wait. 33, no, I'm missing a bunch. Here's 37. 38. Yeah, you know, wonder why I missed all those. Here's 39. I think that's the last issue, isn't it? Yeah, I think they stopped Amazing Adventures. Then they brought Amazing Adventures back as an X-Men a reprint title. So that's that. Anything else I need to file in here? Ooh, yeah. I've got a couple of fake Amazing Spider-Man comics. Do I file Amazing? No, I don't have Amazing Spider-Man in this box. Or do I? Arak, Son of Thunder, Aquaman, Amazing Adventures. No, okay. That means I've forgotten that I file Amazing Spider-Man under S for Spider-Man. Because forever, the Amazing Spider-Man was the only Spider-Man title except for Marvel Tales that reprinted it. Then they had Peter Parker, the Spectacular Spider-Man, and then they wound up with a million. There's even a Spider-Punk and all this stuff. Whatever. Got a complete Bronze Age Avengers set in here. This is the first of the Bronze Age Avengers. You see how it looks a little wonky there? This in Marvel Comics Group, the letters are spaced out a little bit, like there's too much space between the M and the A. They're getting used to the new format, but this is when the corner box went away and the stripe across the top, that I call a cigar band, when that came in, that's when I consider the Bronze Age starting. See, and this is the first 20-cent issue. They got 20 cents giant to let the retailer know, hey, we've changed our price. And then 95, it's still a little wonky. They've got white space there that they don't normally have. And then 96, starting to look the way it would look, although there's still more space between the letters in Marvel Comics Group. Let me get one a little bit later on. So here's 107. See how the letters are closer together and they're not spaced out. Okay, so I pulled some Avengers comics out of the back of this box because I needed to have more space in this. So now I'm going to pull this box out and put those into the front of this box. And hopefully this box is a little more loose. That's the problem. When you get more comics, you've got to shift boxes from comics from box to box. Ah, scheisse, what was that? Oh, it's nothing. They used to give these things away in front of the comic store. They would just have give these things away. They're Yu-Gi-Oh boxes. I don't know anything about Yu-Gi-Oh, but they're little gold boxes that you can put things in. And it looks like I've got some bones and some little toys in here. But it sure sounds horrible when it falls on the floor. It sounds like something really horrible has happened. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to have to pull some out of the back of this box. So I'll be pulling some Batman out of this box. To slide some Avengers into the front of this box. I'm like, Drew the dog, you are being... Okay. Okay, those Avengers slid down. Black Cat is after Batman, so I'm gonna need to get the last box there. Black Cat. Okay. Yeah. So if you're not doing anything Thursday night, come on our live stream. Just a hangout spot. Even if you don't have any new comics to show, it doesn't matter. You don't have to show comics. You can show monster toys. Even if you don't have anything to show, you just want to talk and hang out with some friends. Just, no rules. Just don't come on and be a jerk. Not that anyone would. no, wow, why is this box so heavy? Why is it so heavy? What is in this box? What is in this box? What the? This feels a lot heavier than the average long box. What is in here, man? Batman through Black Panther. I always thought the arm was drawn a little strange there, but that's okay. That's okay. We'll forgive him. Pull those books out of the back. Okay. Let's get these Batman books in here. Pull a few more Black Panthers out of the back. Oh, and some Black Lightning. Will this... I need to pull a few more books out. Playing Black Hawk from Howard Shake. And this is where those Black Cat comics are going to wind up going. Where did my Dr. Pepper go? What? Where's my Dr. Pepper? What?
You need something more than a soft drink. So reach for ice cold Coca-Cola and lots.
Where did I set the Dr. Pepper at, man?
It's unmistakable. And Coke lifts your spirits, boosts your energy, gives you the refreshment you're looking for. Pick up a carton tomorrow. And for extra fun, take more than one.
No way, man. Oh, saying low battery. I better turn this on. I'm worried because I had a bottle of Dr. Pepper and I don't want it spilling. And it seems to have just disappeared. Where is it? Did I go in the other room with it? Let me see if I set it down in the other room. No, it's not here. Oh, I see. I put it between these two boxes so Drew wouldn't knock it over. Excuse me. Okay. Batman, Battlestar Galactica, Beowulf, Birds of Prey, Bizarre Adventures, Black Panther. Okay. Drew, no. Now I see why I put it over here. Okay, that makes sense now. Okay. This dog is not gonna let me alone. Okay, Black Cat. Bizarre Adventures. Okay, I have this Black Cat #1 in here. And it looks like I have 2 copies of that now. And then I had this modern period black. I guess it's a good drawing, but does that artist really think people's teeth look like that? And then I have. Uh-oh, we have an alarm. Maybe it's the storm. Here's Black 8, Cat 8. Shit. I better get my car in the garage. That's the same alarm I heard when it hailed a couple of weeks ago.
This is an official activation of the emergency broadcast system. This is an attack warning. I repeat, this is an attack warning. Attack warning means that an actual attack against this country has been detected and protective action should be taken.
They say that they're attacking our country.
All stations shall broadcast this emergency action notification message.
Better get the car in the garage in case of a nuclear weapon going on.
Request of the White House to participate in the emergency broadcast system. During this emergency, some stations will remain on the air providing news and official information to the public in assigned areas. Until further notice, this station will not be broadcasting news or official information from your area. You should now choose the other stations until you hear one that is broadcasting news and official information from your area. Repeating, this is an emergency action notification. All stations shall broadcast this emergency action notification message. This station has interrupted regular...
Usually these are false alarms.
To participate in the emergency broadcast system. During this emergency, some stations will remain on the air providing news and official information to the public in the same area. This station will not be broadcasting news or official information from your area. You should now choose the other stations until you hear one that is broadcasting news and official information from your area.
Well, let's get the car in the garage. If there's going to be a nuclear holocaust, I at least want the car not to get any more dents in it. Okay. Well, at least I got some more comics filed before Armageddon. I've been through nuclear holocausts before. In past lives, in ancient Lemuria, Atlantis, when we developed nuclear power and blew ourselves up, and then it's been forgotten by history. But I've been through it before. It's no big deal. Okay, Drew. I gotta move the car, man. The radio says there's gonna be a nuclear holocaust, man. Yeah. Behold my beautiful cracked windshield. You like that? That's what happened the last time one of those sirens went off. And here's my sunroof. You like that? Lovely. Well, it's been a nice life. Maybe we'll have the Dum Dum show on Thursday, or maybe we'll all go up in a mushroom cloud. Well, the radio station down here doesn't seem to be covering the nuclear holocaust.
Miss out on your favorite shows and contests with this radio station again. Radio 24/7, 365. We're here when you want us. Stay connected and listen anywhere when you download the free iHeartRadio app.
Here's the AM 540 KWMT weatherology forecast. Chance for storms tonight, otherwise cloudy skies expected. Lows dip down to about 56. Westerly winds 8 to 15 miles per hour. Cloudy skies expected again tomorrow. Chance of thunderstorms. Daytime highs approaching 69. Mainly clear skies tomorrow night. Slight chance for showers. Lows level off around 48. From the Weatherology Weather Center, I'm staff meteorologist Orloff. Currently, it's 77 degrees.
Iowa's Ag Authority, AM 540, KWMT.
All right. Oh, yeah. So this is where we started here, this beautiful stage. Where, if you have some ideas of what we could do with the stage, maybe I could perform some songs from the stage. You guys always enjoy the musical performances we do from time to time here on the Gratu Orloff Inspirational Network. Okay, we've got the car protector. Taking a bottle of soda pop into a comic book room with a crazy dog is not recommended. Let's see if she ate her food already. Man, she's begging me for food and she's not eaten her food. Eat your food, Drew. And I'll give you more. It's the American way. You're acting like a welfare recipient. Okay. That's what they all say. Okay. She didn't like that comment. Let's go on back up until the memory dies on the phone. There's maybe a few more things I can show you in the funny book room. This is a wonderful painting. This is where I normally broadcast from, 7:17 p.m. Now we need to turn the lights off because it's the end of tonight's broadcast. Okay. Okay, I gotta move this box of Freaky cereal. I don't really remember what it tasted like, but I remember liking Freakies. I don't have this memory from childhood. I ate a lot of Freakies, man. But I don't remember what it tastes like. I mean, Boo Berry, that I have a very visceral memory of what that tasted like. It doesn't taste like the blueberry they make today, but I just don't remember Freakies. But I still have some of the toys and the magnets and all that. It was just a shockingly good meal, healthy. Put hair on your chest. Except the problem is it was girls that did it too. Let's see. Got all this stuff on top of the boxes, man. What am I needing to do here? Man, I don't know what I want to do here. Except, actually, I want to leave. Man, I'm sick and tired of this. But I got some stuff done today. I need to file these magazines. That's one thing I got to do. I got a new issue of Castle of Frankenstein, and I'm excited about reading this. And the last issue of Castle of Frankenstein, I haven't had a chance to read that yet either. I've been so damn busy. In fact, I've got it in here. I need to pull it, and I need to get that with the other Castle of Frankensteins. This dog is driving me mad. I just saw it here. Oh, yeah. This is the previous issue. And it really is well done. It's really pretty well done, I have to admit. Let me turn off the stereo down here. Yeah, this is Castle of Frankenstein number 38. There was a 37 before this that I got, but there was another one. I think it's the new run of Castle of Frankenstein started with 36. And that's great when they continue with the numbering from decades ago. That's what they did with All-Star Comics when they brought it back in 1976. They started with issue 58. That's the way to do it. It's not the way they do it today. They start comics over again every few issues. Something I'm diametrically opposed to. Very much opposed to. Okay. I put the jukebox into the comic book room so I could listen to music while I'm filing, but I can't play this while I'm filing and filming a show because this is all music that's going to cause copyright things to pop up. The music I play, that organ music stuff that I've tried to find stuff that it's just not going to be there's not going to be copyright issues. So, we'll see. I recommend a jukebox in all comic rooms because comic books are all part of teenage culture from the past, and I don't like modern comics. I like the comics of the 40s, 50s, 60s, and 70s because it's not really just about comics. It's about kid culture from another time period. It's the stuff that parents or mothers in particular threw away and teachers confiscated. That's the stuff I like. Monster movies,